Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my Lufenia video for Xande's Lost Chapters. I brought Noctis, Xande, and Porum, and I went in. This is actually my second run. My first run, I went in blind. I just read the orb conditions and stuff, so I saw that I just needed to either break them, which will increase the turn count by 1, I believe, and I had to do darkness damage. Yeah. So Xande has a party enchant with his 4th stack of his tower icon thing, his unique buff. So yeah, that's basically how you control the orb. If you're bringing Xande, is basically once you hit the number 4 of the tower stack, then you're good to go. Anybody that does any non-elemental damage, it will always be dark damage. I mean, there's many ways to do it. You can always just bring Leon works as well. But I'm not sure whether he enchants the party. I know that he enchants the enemy party, but I'm not so sure whether he enchants your own party. Dark Knight Cecile, who else? Gobez. But Gobez, C65 is a self-enchant. I made the mistake a few times. So yeah, just take note that the only one so far that I can remember or I know is Xande. Again, I'm not so sure about Leon. I'm not sure if Xande's base core enchants the party. Let's take a look. This one was my second run. My first run, for some reason the recording got cut short, so I just did it again basically. Let's see, the first one, no, it does not enchant, and the second, and his LD does enchant, but if you have his LD, you might as well just bring him in. Right? He makes the orb a lot easier to deal with. And I went in blind, but I'm really glad I brought Porum in because of these assault dogs. Their flamethrower actually hits really hard. You will notice that at one point of time, I believe one of my party member actually went into the red. Yeah, it was low enough to the point where I was worried because I believe last stand won't trigger. That was why I was worried basically. But yeah, Xande now has a 5th stack. That's new, I believe. He now deals, or the 5th stack makes it such that your HP damage splashes for more now, basically. So kind of good, I guess, with party members that doesn't do perfect splashes like Noctis. So yeah. Anyway, I managed to run Noctis for this run with ease, at least. Let me put it this way, with ease. And right here, you actually notice that even though the stack is at 5, the orb count actually reduces by 1 because Kurasame actually puts ice. For his LD is ice party enchant. For his normal base core is self enchant. But yeah, it enchants Noctis with ice, which is why it didn't go down. Okay, I think it was in my previous run that he went down. So yeah, that was something. I'm not sure why actually, because at one point in time the orb actually went down to 1. Yeah, so it was pretty dangerous for me in my first run. I did better in my second run, even though I took more turns. Yeah, I managed to get an XDev friend, twice I believe, for my first and my second one. So you guys shouldn't have any issue with finding an XDev friend with a BT at least. But if not, then a Yuna works as well, because what you want to do is actually to try and break these bosses, and XDev doesn't really break. In fact, I believe only his brave breaks. Like his brave attack, it can break the bosses. So yeah, XDev isn't really necessary for this fight. I believe he doesn't do dark damage, does he? Let me check. Let's see. Black Hole, it just says a HP damage. Oh my gosh. Did not say the element either. Maelstrom. I believe his is non-elemental. Yeah. So non-elemental magic. So the only reason why he might ever increase the orb in my videos right here is because Xande is enchanting him. That's it. simple as it. These bosses can be confused. These bosses can be paralyzed, I believe. Yeah, they are not immune to anything. So Aggress works as well. You know, you can just delay them because there's no requirement for them to take any turns. You can also just delete the turns. You can just constantly break them with lightning and stuff like that. You can actually just fully ignore the orb as well, because the orb actually disappears at 60%. So yeah, it is possible. Sorry, not 60%. 80%. Yeah. So rush them down to 80%, and then when it reappears at about 60%, you might want to either burst or go into your summon phase, one or the other, or both. You know, if you manage to save your burst for the 60% phase. You know. It is entirely possible. And that's pretty much it for the fight. All you have to do is just worry about their auto attack, which they are about to do soon. Especially when they have their red aura. I'm not exactly sure what the aura does, you know, I'm pretty sure just attack gains as usual. But the minute one of your party member breaks, then you're gonna have issue surviving if you don't have a tank or any HP mitigation. Because even with Porum's reduced HP damage taken, when one of my party members broke, I realized that it will be at least half or close to half my health. Yeah, so if both of them take a turn, and one of your party members breaks in the first attack and is unable to recover, you know, then there's a chance that your party might die if it doesn't have last stand or there's no HP mitigation. Yeah, stuff like that. Because first of all, yeah, you see, look at that. Right here, it doesn't do much damage because nobody broke, and I believe it hits twice. So yeah, it will battery itself first. It hits once and then immediately batteries and hits again. So it's something to be very careful of, especially if you're running someone like Bash. You know, I believe he was. I remember using him here once. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. You might want to be a little bit more careful because he might not be able to survive it, because they do attack twice. So the first one might trigger his last stand, immediately go to half again, and the second one might just finish him off. You know, because the first attack will turn off, you know, or get rid of the last stand mechanic, basically. And that's pretty much it. You don't have to worry about their single attacks. They're actually very prone to missing, is what I noticed. It's very similar to when you first got released. So Van actually works wonders here with his blind, you know, increase the chances of them missing you even more. Yeah, or alternatively, like I said, just constantly break them. You know, Xande's LD re-breaks them, so you can run him with someone like Lightning or Nea, and they will never take a turn, basically. And yeah, I think that's the entire mechanic there is. It's not a very difficult fight actually, especially if you're bringing someone like Xande. Look at it, no blind, no mitigation, no reduced accuracy in any way or form, and he just missed just like that. It is basically just a 20% evasion kicking in, and for some reason he's really bad accuracy. But yeah, they missed quite a few times, I believe. I don't believe this is the run that got confused. Like, I didn't get confused to trigger, but yeah, it is possible to land confused. I did it in my original run. I also forgot to put the twin convictions buff. Basically, Porum's LD once, I believe. There was one time that it ran off, and I used one of the skills and it didn't trigger. And I'm like, that was wasted damage. Yeah, that's it for the entire fight. It is really simple. If you're having difficulty with this, and you're thinking of pulling for VV, you can always just revisit it, because VV's LD and the LD follow-up is darkness and fire, I believe. Yeah, and Xande's is darkness and earth. Yeah, there we go. See? Okay. Well, not into the red, I guess, but low enough that last stand won't trigger. So I was forced to immediately heal. And I don't think it was 2 in a row. I believe it was just 1. I can't remember. I know it's just a few seconds ago, but yeah, I wasn't really paying attention. It was just me just ranting on. No, not really ranting, just, you know, talking. Oh yeah, I I didn't record it, but I actually managed to get Zell's LD. I got it in like 50 tickets. Yeah, I got really lucky. I didn't record it because I initially didn't want to pull for him. I was thinking, you know what, I just throw 10 tickets at him and see what I get. And in my first 10 tickets at least, I managed to get a go op, but it was Xande's EX. And I thought to myself, okay, you know what, so be it, man. I'm not meant to get him, right? And so I stopped my pull. I just, you know, continue doing my work and stuff. And when I was taking a break, I was looking through some of my, basically the Facebook page for DFFOO, and I saw the Zell's LD showcase, and I was like, that's pretty cool. You know what? Let me give it a shot. Let me try a few more tickets and see what will happen. You know, whether I'll be able to get him or not. Second, the next 10 tickets I also managed to get a go up, but it was who's LD? It was Zell's EX, and I was telling myself, shit, man, I don't need this, and I was like, ah, crap. You know what? Considering how often I get the go, why not pull a few more times, right? So I was telling myself, okay, you know what? I have 80 spare tickets. I had 381. So I was like, you know what? Let's go around to 300. How about that? So I pulled a few times. After the 2 goals, it was basically just blue, 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 blue all the way. Managed to get 1 goal. I think the 40 tickets mark, around there. Yeah, and it was Eco's EX, and I was like, shit, maybe this is a waste of tickets, man. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted my tickets pulling. I was like, you know what? Since I already used so many tickets, might as well just, you know, finish the 80 or 81 and then see what I get, right? And the next 10 tickets I managed to pull Zell's LD with another one of Eco's EX. I thought it was pretty funny, man. Like, that has to be my luckiest pull yet, and I decided to not record it. All the best luck that I have is either is normally when I'm off recording, when I'm not recording, basically. Either my best luck or my worst luck. Like my Leon, I didn't record it, but I used like 200 over tickets, kind of a waste, and I got nothing. So yeah. So I decided to build Zell. I'm just, you know, probably gonna use him for fun and stuff. Probably off camera, you know. But yeah. Coming back to what I was saying with his EX, turns out I kind of needed his EX. I mean, I had enough EX token, but yeah, I didn't have his EX at all. His C15 weapon wasn't even built. His CP 15 weapon, I didn't even limit break it, and he was using his CP35 weapon, and that's it. That's the best I got for him. I didn't even have his base armor, you know. I was still using the silver one. That was hilarious. But yeah, for the challenge run, I actually brought a Warrior of Light, just in case I needed to prevent my party members from either breaking or taking HP damage. So I decided to run that because of how HP spammy these bosses are. So yeah, that's something that you can run with. In fact, I've noticed, well, for the last this and the previous Lufenia, that these bosses are really HP spammy. So Warrior of Light is really useful here. In fact, you can actually run him here. You know, he does battery the party, and if you're not bringing anyone that has burst and your Warrior of Light has burst, you know, that's something you can consider. So coming back to the gameplay, I brought in Xande. I make sure to bring him in when one of them was not targeting or not doing the all attack. In my previous run, I actually brought in when wait, are they both doing their all? Yeah, they're both doing their all. Anyway, my previous run, I actually brought in when both of them were not doing their all, and they died pretty fast in the burst, in the summon sequence, which is why I opted to bring Xande in earlier. If not, I'll keep Porum in the on the field first and eat that all attack, because of Porum grants last stand and also HP regen and all the good stuff basically. So yeah, if I didn't if it was my first run, I would definitely have kept Porum until they finish their all attack, and only bring in Xande when they are doing their single attack, because their single attack is much easier to manage. So right here, you know, the turn order was a bit screwed up because I kind of wanted Xande to go more often. I wanted him to be the one taking the turns because I don't want to run Noctis and Xdef's burst buff too fast, basically. So opted to summon. I didn't want. I believe it was Noctis then. No, it was Xdef was on this. I can't remember. I can't. Even though it's just a few seconds, my memory just fails me. But yeah, so the ideal situation is Xande going more often, like maybe 2 or 3 times, using all his C65 and also Gabrov's call. Because when Xdef and Noctis burst effect are still up, because while the C65 doesn't trigger Noctis follow up, it does trigger Xdef's burst effect, as you can see right here. And I noticed that and I was like, hey, I can start spamming that, you know. So yeah, that's actually what I did after the summon ended, and it would have been nice to get one more additional attack with Noctis in, but look at the boss health. They're not tanky because this is a 2-wave Lufenia, you know. Normally the 2-wave Lufenias, the final boss is not very tanky. But yeah, it's refreshing. It's something refreshing, you know, not to have all those HP sponges, you know, if you know what I mean. So here we go. Just to trigger, yeah, Xdef's burst effect. And yeah, might as well just use the last LD. I didn't have to, but might as well just for the damage, right? And it's really nice to see Xande doing so much. But I don't foresee myself, you know, using him again, basically. Right here, I just wanted to get rid of Xdef. I kind of thought that doing his 685, it will trigger his burst effect, but I'm not sure exactly why it didn't trigger, but yeah. So got rid of him. Parang came back in, and I kind of wanted her to come back in because I wasn't sure. Okay, first of all, I didn't want to use Noctis LD because I didn't want it to be wasted on Xdef. And second of all, on the off chance that the boss do get a turn, I want Param to be in the party so that I don't have to worry about dying. So yeah, that's the reason why I ended my Xdef friend's support prematurely. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it didn't really matter. If I had LD, it would have been fine. If I didn't have LD and Param came back, it would, as you guys are about to see, it's still fine actually. So yeah, the bosses are dead. Noctis is able to finish them off with his Conjure Armature. It was so cool. In fact, I still think it's really cool when it first came out. But man, the damage really dropped at the end of the fight. Yeah, the fight is over. Pretty easy fight considering that it is the last few Lufenia that we have. And yeah, guys, I'll see you on when Vivi is released, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to blue his armor, and I'll definitely use him. So yeah, I'll see you then.